Here's our update for the week. This is my garden cart. What I wanted to show you here is not all these beautiful tomatoes, but this little guy right here. I had taken my husband out to eat at his favorite lunch place, and it's a super sandwich type place, and so we got our soup and our sandwich, and they give you a choice of chips or a fruit bowl. My husband, we eat the fruit bowl. My husband saved the seeds out of his oranges. And I laughed at him when he said he was going to grow them. But I handed him this little pot, and I've been keeping it watered just to keep him happy. And yesterday, sure enough, a little orange sprouted. So that's going to be interesting to see what it grows into. With fruit, sometimes the plant is not true, excuse me, when you try to grow it from seed. So this probably won't taste like the one that he had at his favorite restaurant, but it'll be fun to grow, and I'm sure it'll be just fine. The rest of these are transplants that have no place in the garden right now, so we're trying to work those in the best we can. Moringa seeds. And she posted a little handwritten note. I ordered 10 seeds, and jokingly on this note, sorry, she says we don't count well, with a little smiley face. And in the little seed packet, there was not 10 seeds, there were 22 seeds. So I'm really grateful for them. Their website is ilovemoringa.com. I'll try and get it posted in my little comment thing. I'm really happy with their customer service. The seeds came very quickly. I'll be starting those soon, and I will be doing updates on those. These are pretty much some cucumbers that didn't make it in the garden. I have a few cucumbers in the garden that didn't do well, so I'm going to go ahead and put these in. Tomatoes that just didn't have a place to go yet. The quinoa, we transplanted some things that were in tiny little bitty pots into here. I don't think they'll take off, but I thought I'd give it a shot and see what we come up with. And that's our update on the garden cart. Now let's go to the garden. There's a little tiny orange starting to grow. Oops. This tree is covered in them. The oranges here, like I've said before, don't taste good. They're very sour because of the fleas, so we won't be eating them, but they're very beautiful. Here's our plot where our Three Sisters garden was last year. We had the chicken tractor here. They turned the soil, they fertilized it. I did add some amendments to the soil as well. Still not done turning it. I want to turn it a little bit more. There's still some weeds out there in it, and I want to put a border on it to keep this ugly grass from getting into my garden. But that's it on this corner. Hopefully we'll have some nice crop here this year again. Now let's go to the backyard. Alright, we've made it to the backyard. As for sprouts that are left, most of them we've already transplanted. I did start a few more. These are giant golden amaranth, and they'll just be beautiful when they get big. They look so delicate right now, but they grow very, very big. And we'll update those as time goes by. Grapevines don't seem to be doing much, but it's their first year, so I didn't expect much. There's our little pecan we found in the other garden. Try not to get too shaky here. I shook a lot in the last video. When I watched it full screen, it made me sick. Here is the let's see. This is peppermint. My son's peppermint. he bought at the nursery. We came through here and cut off all of these about a week ago, and there are just so many new coming back. The peas are shooting up, not a whole lot of peas off of them yet, but they're there. This I just think is beautiful. This is acorn squash. It's now our ground cover here and all the way over to there. We still don't have the trellis up here, the fencing. Time hasn't allowed that. I did get these poles in. This pole here fell over and knocked out one of the stevia plants. So, but we have 6 more, so we're not crying. The green beans do definitely need their trellis because they are, oh, look at this, they are trying to take over everything. And that is my pineapple, and I don't want to share it. Alright, so we'll get that up soon. Tea plant is doing well. Thank you, Praxis, for your advice. The pineapple is looking a lot better now that she's been transplanted into this larger pot. The banana is growing a lot. It needs a bigger pot as well. We'll be looking for that this week. And there's our orange from last year. The asparagus. The pumpkin. Oh wait, here we go. We got one start here. I came out here and I planted a whole bunch of new ones because these just don't look like they're doing well. So I thought I'd plant new ones. This is my daughter's garden, and I want her to be, feel successful. So there's probably about 4 more pumpkin seeds in there. Excuse the weeds, our weed eater broke. This is the watermelon patch that wasn't growing. And as you can see, I've reseeded this as well. There's, oh, that one back there, that one's the big one that grows like 60-pound watermelons. And then these up here, these are sugar baby. It's kind of a small container for that many watermelons. So I'm hoping, they'll just cascade over the side and it'll be alright. I haven't even walked through the gardens yet, so I don't even know what's out here, so it's a surprise to all of us. The cucumbers are blooming beautifully. Our little cucumbers still growing. Usually in the morning, the bees are out pollinating. Kohlrabi, I mulched the kohlrabi with some peat moss to get the kohlrabi to stand up a little bit more. They were laying down. Something has been eating this one. I have to find that. Cabbage. We still do have a little bit of problem with things being eaten. Not as bad as before. I do come out here every day, and anything that looks eaten, I search the leaves, I search the dirt, and I manually remove the pest. Daikon radish looks beautiful down there. The roots aren't growing very fast, so that's still going on. Over here it's pretty much the same. There's not a whole lot of growth here. I do have a lot of replanting to do here. The carrots down here look like they've grown some. Maybe a little. This I'm impressed with. This is the variety of tomatoes. I planted them in 2, so those 2 are the same, those 2 are the same, those 2 are the same, and those 2 are the same. These 2 here that are growing wonderfully are the Amish paste. I know that one for sure. The other bed has the Amish paste as well. We're also getting some flowers going on in the peppers. And we did these 2-2-2 as well. I planted a marigold in here, which doesn't look like it's doing too well. This one that is flowering so well, I believe, is a jalapeno, which I've never grown before. Will you look at this? That is what's trying to eat my lettuce. I'll kill that in a minute. But this is our soybeans. They seem to be growing. I got some over here. I didn't even see these last week. I think I saw one. I was like, oh, I didn't even get that on film. But I'm thinking these probably could have been planted a little closer together. I've never grown soybean before, and I was expecting a big bush. So I think next time I plant them, I'll plant a bit more. There's two that are right next to each other. And the fourth bed is pretty much not doing anything. There was a squash over here, and it turned yellow and died, or turned brown and died. I see a few more in there getting ready to come out. Of course, we've got flowers. I'm not sure why they turn and fall off, but I'm going to look those up later today. If anybody knows, please let me know. There's some more Amish paste tomatoes. This bed is where we replanted all the corn, and they're coming up pretty good. Probably another week I'll plant some beans with them. This will be another Three Sisters garden, so I'll actually have two. I want to make sure we have a good corn crop. And then over here we have our potatoes. We're on our third tier of filling them. I stopped here to let them do some growing. Probably by next week, I think I'll put on the last tier and let it go. Our hanging baskets, the one over there lost its tomato out of the bottom. I'm going to try and put another one up underneath there. This one, the tomato's doing really well, and marigolds in the top. Over here, hi Sherry. This is our sunflowers, and Sherry has figured out a way to eat the tops off of some of these. I thought it was a caterpillar at first, and I was just going crazy trying to find this thing. She eats the tops off of them. Some of these I know have been attacked by, I got ants on there. Something's eating it. But we have to get that taken care of. Well, thanks for watching my garden update. I'll see you next week.